Yankees had a chance on Wednesday to really put a mark on this second half of the season, give themselves an opportunity to come back against Boston, and frankly everyone else within striking distance of making the postseason, as everyone else lost. But in true Yankee fashion, they settled for just a series win against the Minnesota Twins. One of the key decisions being letting Austin Wells hit late with runners on with a lefty on the mound, while you had Paul Goldschmidt, the best hitter in baseball against lefties, on the bench. We find out today he is apparently dealing with a leg injury and could hit the IL. This could be spun into a positive though, as it could give the Yankees a chance to turn back the clock and do something they haven't done for close to 10 years. What's going on, guys? King of 161st, Jin, I'm back another video, and Paul Goldschmidt injury is a big blow. Hopefully it's not an IL stint, but it is in the question. If it is the case that he ends up on the injured list, and the Yankees are a team that hides their injuries like no other, if that's the case, this is a perfect time for the Yankees to really lean in to their youth. Let Spencer Jones come up to the major league level. I, for one, have been a very big skeptic, so to speak, of Spencer Jones. To me, the strikeout rate is a lot higher than you'd want it to be, and to be honest, I didn't like the fact he was getting compared to Aaron Judge, being the lefty Aaron Judge, just because of his size. Jones has a little bit more speed on him, but also has so much more strikeout ability. Early Judge had the strikeouts, but Spencer Jones' strikeout rate is at another level. But in 2025, Spencer Jones has found something. Spencer Jones has everything clicking on all cylinders. Right now in 13 at-bats at the AAA and AA level, dealing with a 288 average, 30 bombs, 62 ribbies, and a 1000 OPS. You just go by AAA stats, those go up to 304 batting average, a 380 on base with a 652 slug, giving him a 1032 OPS. This has been a breakout season for a guy who has been much maligned by the media, a guy who has already been considered a bust. I've never gone to that lengths, but I've always been somewhat of a skeptic, knowing that Spencer Jones' strikeout rate is super high. But this season, even with the strikeouts, he's able to put it all together, get the contact in order, able to get on base at a pretty high clip, and then show off the power that we all knew that he had. This is a Spencer Jones that seems ready for the major league level. The biggest problem with that was that he was blocked. 4 outfielders right now, along a log jam at DH, knowing that Judge, now with his flexor strain, needs to play DH. Stanton's now going to the outfield. Ben Rice and Austin Wells are trying to split time right now at the catcher role because Ben Rice cannot take up that DH role. There was a logjam, but now with the injury to Paul Goldschmidt, to me, I see an avenue where you could sit Stanton because he's done a lot in the field over the past few days. You could sit Stanton, put Rice behind the plate, put Bellinger at first base. You could put Spencer Jones in center field, Jason Dominguez in left, and Giancarlo Stanton in right. Or if you wanted to scrap that, you said, okay, Stanton's out, you could always start Spencer Jones in right, Dominguez in left, and Grisham in center, with Bellinger playing first base. There are a lot of iterations that can go into bringing up Spencer Jones right now, but the main reason why you would bring up a guy like Spencer Jones is the fact that this team needs a spark. One of the main reasons why we didn't win game 3 of this series is it seems like nobody's locked in. It all starts also with the captain, Aaron Judge. Ever since he's come back from injury, which is why I'm willing to give him somewhat of a pass here, he's looked terrible. At the plate, he has been not locked in. Anytime he gets a pitch, he's underneath it. All of his mechanics seem out of whack at the moment. There is nothing about his game right now that is screaming to me that he's the MVP of baseball, even though we all know the body of work he's put together throughout the season. He's still in MVP conversations and probably is still the favorite. But Judge needs to get it going if he wants this season to cultivate to what he wants it to be. Guys like Volpe have stepped up, but then there's also guys like Austin Wells. You gotta get it together, man. gotta get it together. And then if you just look at this team, every time there's a chance for them to gain momentum, anytime there's a chance for them to get a spark, it gets ripped away from them because of just their lack of effort. And I'm not always talking about in the field. This game 3 against Minnesota, there was no real glaring mistakes out in the field. This was actually one of the cleaner series that the Yankees have played. Yes, Ben Rice had that pick that he couldn't make, but that was an incredible play by Anthony Volpe. Ryan McMahon had that play. That's not the easiest play in the world, to go backhand to the foul line. There's no guarantee he even throws him out. So overall, this is one of the better clean series that we've had. There's just no intensity with this team. Everything was just get to your business and get out of there. That's not what we need right now. We need someone to come in and light a fire under this team. And you know what would do that? Adding someone who could take 5 of these people's job. He could take Paul Goldschmidt's job. This situation works out. He could take a guy like Jason Dominguez's job. Jason Dominguez has looked average on defense, and that's saying it lightly. And offensively, he's put together okay at bats, but the power has dissipated to the point where it's unrecognizable from the first half. And even his contact rates, I don't have the full numbers in front of me, but it feels like he's just not able to make as much contact. It feels like he's hit that rookie wall. This is not the time to hit that rookie wall, and I can't fully blame him for that because every rookie goes through that. But he's also a guy. It looks like the Yankees have a lot of faith in him, but do you really think if the right offer came in for Jason Dominguez, they would hang up the phone? If they got Spencer Jones waiting in the wings, who's playing like that, of course they're going to answer the phone. Then you got guys who are free agents. Cody Bellinger has been one of the guys who's been stepping up. Trent Grisham's been one of the guys who's been stepping up. Mr. Sleep has been the most clutch player on this team. We need more players like that. We need more players to light a fire under this team. And if Spencer Jones, not with his personality, but with his play, can set us up to possibly make a run at this thing, this could feel very 2016-esque, just without all the trade. If you remember, we traded Andrew Miller and we traded Aroldis Chapman. We got Gleyber Torres out of that. But a lot of those trades were to try and almost do a mini teardown. And then we brought up the young guy, Tyler Austin, Aaron Judge, and most of all at that point, Gary fucking Sanchez. And what did Gary do? Gary had one of the best starts to a career that we have ever fucking seen. And he actually gave us some hope that, oh, even with this teardown, we can actually make a run at this. It didn't work out in that moment, but in that moment, we were also multiple games outside of the playoffs. We were outside of control of our destiny. Right now, the Yankees are in control, although we are only a half game away from losing a playoff spot. If we just win, we're in the playoff. If we just continue to play good baseball, we will make the postseason. Bringing in a guy who can give us a spark like Spencer Jones could be exactly what the Yankees need. Of course, I'm talking in jest because I don't think the Yankees are going to do it. The analytical team is probably going to pound their head into a wall when looking at a guy like Spencer Jones. Either that or it's their wet dream. I never know with these analytics guys what they really want. But bringing up a guy who, yes, has just found success in AAA, but has problems with strikeout rate could be a risk. Right now with the Yankees, only 7 games above 500, only a half game in the postseason. They need a spark while they still control their own destiny. And the trade deadline's over. There's really no one on the waiver wire. They need a spark. TJ Rumfield is good. Don't get me wrong. He looks like a good player. He will not provide a spark. Don't see him coming in and providing immediate impact. To me, he's a slow burn type of player. Spencer Jones, to me, with all his flaws that I have laid out over my tenure on YouTube, he's a guy who could provide a spark. He's a guy who in the field could make a difference. He's a guy who at the plate, seeing what his contact rates are, can provide a spark. Give this team something to give them some juice. But what do you guys think? Do you think Spencer Jones is ready for the big show? Do you think it's going to take until 2026 for him to get a shot? Let me know down below. The Yankees right now, like I just said, are in control of their destiny, but they need to start playing with some fucking intensity if they want to go where they want to go. Think about Juan Soto hitting that home run in the ALCS. We need more of that. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out of here. Take care and peace.